Hello, hypothetical viewers, and welcome back to Shining Force Sword of Hajya. We are fighting the Battle of Algam Field. So basically, we're going to walk across this field. This is where Prince Nick's army fell to an ambush, but I guess, we defeated the ambush or whatever. It's because we defeated everyone who was in the fort. Because we went to the fort, at Algam Fort or whatever. Or wait, no, Algam Fort is across this field. Well, we went to that fort where, like, we recruited Road and defeated their army, so I guess we defeated the reinforcements who would have ambushed us or something. It's not totally clear. But anyway, we avoided the ambush since we were forewarned by Sarah and Randolph. So now we can just fight our way across. I feel like Prince Nick's army may have actually been kind of weak if he, like this, even with more monsters, this wouldn't be that hard of a fight. I'm like, why did he lose here? Prince Nick, you needed to work harder. Because he didn't have his... Well, I guess he can't literally fight with any sword because his right hand turned to stone. So I guess without Prince Nick's leaderly ways, they couldn't win. And also his army was entirely generic except for Randolph, Sarah, and Claude. Everyone else was just generic sprites. So it's like, if you want to win a battle, you can't have generic members in your army. I guess we should fight these worms as well. I'm just gonna have everyone cross the bridge, even though it, like, you know, it takes more time because you have people sort of pile up on the edge of the bridge, and then the other units don't have enough move to get past them, so you just end up having everyone wait around. But I just think long term it'll be faster to go across rather than walk all the way around. Sorry, I'm a little congested today. Lots of throat clearing going on. Okay. This is our first battle since our army got split up, so the gang is back together at last. Face Algam Field with our maximum power. And this is also our first battle with members on the bench, because this was our first battle where we had enough people to have any members on the bench. So Randolph and Road are chilling back at the base, I guess. We at least got, we got a good amount of use out of them in our time with the party split up, so they shouldn't feel too sad. We had to move on. Gotta look for some... I gotta make sure to get Sarah some chances to level up, because I definitely want to get her aura. So, whenever we see anybody who needs healing, we should have her be the one to do it. She can heal Claude next turn, I guess. Or whenever he's back in range, anyway. His aura is very, very good, as it has been in every Shining Force game. I think we've always used whoever ended up with aura, except maybe in Shining Force 1, because I think the character who got it was like... we got them like towards the end of the game, so I think I was still using the healer we had earlier, just because I was like, I like him better. But in Shining Force 2, it was great. Did somebody get aura in the first Gaiden game? I thought that they did, but... maybe I forgot. I thought they did. I guess this bridge is actually equally good to go across, so really I could have had everyone skip this forested area. My bad. I'll have these guys walk over there. Claude can go wherever. He flies. Yeah, I think this is yet another one of Shining Force's giant outdoor maps where it just takes quite a while to walk across them, and there's a lot of forests and mountains, which slows you down, so it's like, well, time to wait. Always the most fun part of games. The part where you don't play. What can one do? Do some healing to get Sarah some X. She has an extremely fancy sprite. It's even though she's also a vicar like Slade, their sprites are totally different, and like hers seems much more elaborate. She has like a Pope hat, one of those little hats like the Pope wears, and like you know, he has a hat too, but it's just more simplistic looking, and her robes seem to be made of several different pieces. It's very grand. Yeah, she also had a fancy outfit in the original graphics back on the Game Gear, but if you look how much more, Slade's just wearing like a robe with a cape. So it's a little more. He's like I'm a man of the cloth. I don't need to get too fancy. Where Sarah's like, I want the bling. But on the original game, I feel like, if I'm remembering right from all the way back then, she kind of looked more like she was just wearing a really fancy yellow dress with like a hat that looked like a napkin. I feel like in this game, her outfit definitely looks more like some sort of elaborate, like clerical vestments. But they're otherwise similar. I feel like they're only a little different. But yeah, she's definitely one of our most complicated outfits that we have in our party right now. The paladins have become so strong. I love it. Okay, I think this is also going to be another battle where like some of our party members kind of fall behind because either they're more affected by terrain or they have less move, and on top of that you have terrain penalties, so then, some of them just get way out ahead. Oh, and after checking my guide, because I want to make sure I don't miss any hidden stuff, there is a hidden character coming up, not in this chapter, but soon. Apparently it's this ghoul who's the boss. It is in fact a new enemy. I did not notice at first that it was not just a zombie, it has a different color. It's a green enemy, so that's how you know it's new. But the zombies were sort of brownish. But yeah, so that is our boss for this chapter, the ghoul. And I think we'll actually get through this fairly quickly. I do not think this will take an entire half hour. I mean, I guess it's fine because, like, in theory, if I ever posted these somewhere, which who knows if I will, but if I did, in theory, shorter videos are better, right? Like, algorithmically or whatever. I don't have a deep understanding of that stuff, but based on the fact that so many YouTube channels, like, put out a lot of, like, 10, 15-minute videos, I'm assuming that is a good model for doing, this type of stuff. So in theory, that's fine. Even though I really like watching videos that are a little longer, I'll totally watch like an hour-long video. Because the thing is, I'm usually putting on YouTube videos in the background while I'm doing a bunch of other stuff, or like, sometimes if I'm like playing a handheld game, I like put them on while I'm like spending a little while like just grinding away at a level or something. I frequently play video games without the sound on while doing other things. Because, if you're playing an RPG, sometimes you're like, I need to dedicate like a solid hour to just walking through this wilderness area and level grinding, It's going to take a while. So I'd settle in with my vids. But, a 10-minute video, if you're watching it while you have like a little bit of spare time between other things, it's good. But if you're like, I'm settling in to do something that's going to take a couple hours, you want like a little longer. I didn't realize the sorcerer was so close by. It's not so bad though. We now have enough HP that the level 2 spells and stuff, they're not that threatening anymore. That's the thing. At the beginning of the game, magic is quite strong because your melee characters can't do as much damage, and everything has lower HP, especially your characters. The enemies have a little more HP usually, but by the time we kind of get, we're past the middle of the game. I'd say we're in the last half because we're getting towards the end of, I believe the next chapter is the last of chapter 3. So at that point we'll be 3/4 of the way through. So we're kind of heading into the end game, and by then magic has definitely dropped off in effectiveness. It's the magic. Oh, as a side note here, really like this battle background with the mountains on it. My characters are not usually standing on mountains, I guess, because they slow you down, so I don't do it. And I did not even realize they have a separate background, which is very stylish looking. Like, it looks like a little mountain path, and you kind of have the shadow of other distant mountains, which makes it look like you're actually high up. I like that, and I actually did not realize that different sections of the map had different battle backgrounds, because again, I usually avoid going on the mountain tiles because they make you so slow. So I'm like, wow, that's a really cool feature that the background differs depending where you're standing. I like that a lot. Very, very impressed, game. That's just such a nice detail. I really like little details like that don't affect really the gameplay itself or the story or anything like that, but just kind of give it a little polish. Love it when games do stuff like that. But yeah, anyway. Got sidetracked by my admiration for the battle backgrounds. But yeah, we're in the back half of the game here, and yeah, that's what I was saying. Magic damage doesn't scale very much. Like, you get a bigger range, right? But the amount that the damage you do increases between like level 2 and level 3 spells just isn't as big of an increase as the other characters are already getting by buying better weapons and leveling up. So it's sort of, it's like it doesn't increase linearly. It's sort of like it's like a quadratic curve where like it's increasing but then it kind of levels off. So it's a little unfortunate, I would say. And it was not true in the original because of the glitch, but it is, they fixed that. And Blaze did have a similar problem, so, because it wasn't glitched. So I would assume that it was always intended to work like that, but it's, I feel like the designers of the game overestimated how useful being able to attack multiple targets was. And the way I would see it is that it's like, it's not that it's not useful, it's that the amount of damage has to be higher for it to be that useful. It wouldn't have to be a massive increase, it just needs to be a little better. Like, just a little. We're slightly bottlenecked here because of the forest and try to move through it, but got rid of the sorcerer. At least there'll be people for Sarah to heal. I can get some level up. Really want to get Aura. I'm gonna have her move back so it's Sarah can reach her more easily. Graham can head through. Oh, this is this outdoor map. The problem of like, you see, look at this. She can't move to any squares where someone isn't standing. So it's like, well, time to wait. But I don't want us to move up to the ghoul too fast and end the level before I can get some good healing EXP for Sarah, because gotta have my aura. Have her heal done. Honestly, if we had enough injured characters for her to use all of the extra she can use for healing, she could gain a level every battle. Or all of her MP rather. She has 34 MP, so she could use heal 1 11 times for, you know, 10 exp pop, and she'd level up. But we have to have enough characters for her to do that. The number of injuries needs to be high. Man, those worms are not good sources of exp anymore. They've become too weak. Maybe she can attack this worm. Or he, rather. Sorry, Chester's a dude. I thought Chester was a female character as a kid, so now it's like, cannot overwrite. Just, I wanted the game to have more female characters than it actually does. It does not really have very many. It only has a few. Yeah, we have all of 4 out of our entire army, so, and I guess Mayfair, who is not technically a member of our army. So, like, I really wanted there to be a bit more. Oh, she only got 9 X for healing. I guess it varies. It's not always exactly 10. Sometimes it's a little more, too. Time to turn. Well, we're getting there, I guess. Little by little. Sorry, this is a little bit of a boring battle because of this, but, you know, it's a strategy game. I have to be strategic about leveling up my characters. I gotta heal Ben. And also the difficult terrain makes it slow as hell. But yeah, we could obviously rush ahead, kill the ghoul, and literally just finish much faster, but wanna focus on getting Sarah Aura. Once she gets Aura, she'll become incredibly easy to level up, because Aura, as any hypothetical viewers might recall, Aura gives you 25 exp a time, so it is very strong as a way to heal and a way to level up. Same thing with why it wasn't so bad leveling Slate up, because he has boost, and if you use it on the full 5 people it can hit, then you get 20 X. So, you know, you can fairly rapidly level them up. And you save the healing for other characters, so that's always handy too. So that way you can level all of your healers more effectively. Unfortunately, Sarah does not currently have any particularly useful spells. Yeah, friends, this costs 10 MP, so it's 1/4 of her spells for this entire battle. And it only did 14 points of damage. Our melee attackers can do quite a bit more than that. And you might say, well, you can do it to multiple targets, but it's pretty rare to have a situation where you even have like more than 2 targets in range of the plus shape spells. And it just isn't very much. I mean, you know, we have enemies that have like 50 HP at this point. It's kind of a drop in the bucket. I guess Jaha can just hang out here, whatever. Good, more heals for Sarah. I'll do Claude first so he can fly free and move on. Like, ideally, we'd at least get her a level. Will require patience, however. Let's fight this cleric here. Based on the sprite, I feel like the cleric is also some kind of undead, because it seems like it has like a grayish face with like glowing eyes, so I think the cleric might also be a zombie or something. Or maybe it's just wearing a mask, because it seems to have green hands and feet, but not a green face, so I'm not sure. The sprite is like not quite detailed enough for me to be able to tell. So we're just stalling here. And some stalling. Stall, stall, stall. It's like we're playing Gen 2. So that's a competitive Pokemon joke. Megan was hanging out as well. Dasha can, I don't know, come up here, I guess. Fight this cleric a bit. Oh, the cleric. I don't know why they changed the text to blocked, because it was dodged in the first Shining Force game. And I feel like it was also dodged in the original version of this game, but they changed it to blocked, even though the animations, a lot of the animations look like dodging. Like, yeah, some people have shields or whatever, but some of them, it really doesn't look like that's it. I'm not sure why they did that. And also sometimes, like, you're dodging things that you definitely didn't block because it's like there's no way you could have blocked this attack. It would just, like, kill you instantly. If this guy leaped in the air and slammed an axe on your head, I don't think blocking is how you avoided getting hurt. Dodging seems much more accurate. Since this cleric can heal itself, this is a very good source of EXP for us. We can keep attacking. Oh, I guess Ben can move up a little, attacking these worms or whatever. Yeah, gotta get some levels now because we're almost in chapter 4. You know, we want our party to be decently strong for the end game. We're doing pretty well overall, but I'm trying to remember if we recruit any more characters other than the secret characters. There are 2 secret characters. One we will meet, if I remember correctly, next chapter. One, I think you meet in like the last battle or the last couple battles of the game. So they're like a very secret character. Level up for Tasha. I'm trying to remember if there are level 4 spells in this game. I don't think I ever got them as a kid. I don't remember ever getting the... Maybe I got Freeze 4 because May was so easy to level up because of the glitch with Freeze 3, but I'm trying... I don't think I ever got Blaze 4 because you have to be fairly high level, and as a kid I didn't wait to promote, so no one was as a high in total level. But yeah, we still have some people who are like level 2 or whatever, so you know, it doesn't hurt to get a little more EXP and just pad this video out a bit. I think this will kill the cleric. Very good. Very good. Eric is level 5. Very nice. Do some more healing with Sarah. I'm trying to remember what level she gets Aura at. Is it like level 7 or something? I don't think it's... I don't know if it's next level. So this may be something where we have to have a little patience, but you know, we'll get there. Powerful wizard counterattack. You can see how weak the worms are because the counterattacks do reduce damage, and that's a fragile wizard, but it still did 3 damage. So it's like these worms, you know, we've outgrown them. Is the thing. We're too strong for them now. Okie dokie. Even if I have very little commentary to make, at least this game has some pretty baller music, so I can enjoy that. If nothing else. I want to let Sarah heal everyone who's injured, so we're gonna do some more waiting. This Deadlyborn will probably catch up and we'll be able— oops, I clicked the wait button instead of heal. I clicked too quickly. Now I have regrets. Regrets are real. Yeah, well, it's only like 4, maybe 3 if we get like 11 from one of them, so it's not that much more. We'll get there. Yeah. Sorry, this is incredibly boring, I am aware, but I need to have aura. I really want it. It's important. Actually, she can only do like 4 more heals, so that works out perfectly. Well, yeah, because she's only gotten healing from EXP in this battle. It's not like she fought anyone, so if she gets a level up, it's solely from heals. Graham can now advance. He's gonna stand over here. Just waiting around. Very casual and relaxing. Really just makes you feel the urgency of this battle and how important it is that we get through to Algam Fort. It's like, we need to rescue Prince Nick, but first we have to get some level ups. You know, let's not rush it. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's— I feel like other than the hidden characters, there are not any other recruits. I'm trying to think, like, am I forgetting someone? I don't think so. This is pretty much everyone I remember having in my party as a kid. Because I never really used the 2 secret characters, because you just kind of get them and it's like, oh, okay. They don't really have any like connection to anything that's going on because they're secret, you know. But we will recruit them so that we can, you know, kind of show off all the secrets of the game. Haha, can fight this Deadlyborn, I guess. It's something for him to do. Should be pretty close on— yeah, she needs like 1 more heal, and then that'll be her level. Moving everyone up so we can start fighting the ghoul. Let's finish healing a Ben at this last heal. Should get there to level 6, so that's very good. It made the battle much slower. We probably could have finished this in half the time, honestly, but, you know, it takes a long time. Oh, she learned it at level 6? Man, that is sooner than I thought. Oh, I'm so happy. Well, see, this is worth the time we just invested in it, and which was really only like 10 minutes, let's be real, of just stalling. But now that she has aura, she will be able to level up much more quickly because you gotta use heal 10 times to level up. You gotta use aura only 4 times. Much faster. And it's also very useful for us in battles. We can heal multiple party members, so if we're fighting like, you know, enemy mages that hit a lot of people, or we're just surrounded by enemies and a lot of people are getting injured, it's very convenient to have on hand. So that was an excellent investment of time, honestly. Well worth it. Like, they really do, just here, as we get into the end of the game, they just kind of hand you this character who, with a very small amount of effort, is so useful. Plus she starts with Blast 2, which is good because, unlike Slade, Sarah's attack is 35. Slade is not any kind of amazing, you know, frontline combatant or anything, but he can at least, you know, do some decent damage. I feel like he's at least doing as much as the mages anyway with their spells a lot of the time. Whereas Sarah is like, she's stronger than the wizards. The vicars are a little stronger, but not enough for it to matter. She is really not doing a lot of damage. So it's very good that she has Blast too, so that if we need her to kill something, you know, it's at least possible. Okay, I want to say they go for someone who really needs it. Yeah, I feel like May, that would be good. Let's go all out with Bolt, too. She's only level 3, that'll help. Even Bolt 2, it has a bigger area of effect, but it doesn't do a lot. Very good, level 4. Excellent. Our effort here will not go in vain. Balon will avenge our death. You will pay. This is interesting. This typo was in the Game Gear version. I wasn't sure if this game had an updated... No, this game does actually have an updated script. I know that because I had looked at the opening scene in the Game Gear version, and the text is actually a little different here. It's not massively different, but parts of it were different, for sure. There was just more of it. But apparently this did not get corrected. The word that was meant to be here was balloon, not Balon. Balon is not a person. In the next battle, we're going to fight an enemy type called Death Balloons, and so this is what this is supposed to be foreshadowing, that they're like, the Death Balloons will kill you. But it's miswritten as Balon. I would guess that the translators thought that the character was referring to a person or an enemy we were about to fight, and went with this instead of balloon, but that was a mistake. But yes, we will pay. What or who is Balon? Does anyone know? Well, I've just explained it, hypothetical viewers, so now you know. And knowledge is power. But, you can understand Mayfair's confusion, because what or who is Balon? Nothing, there's no Balon. We must be careful of a trap at Ion Castle. And we can watch the opening cutscene, we got a little time. Yeah, everybody's already promoted. There's, you know, let's just go. There's nothing to buy. Ooh, the tile set for the castle is very cool. If I remember right from the Game Gear version, it was just like plain stone tile, but this is like a fancy tile set. It definitely makes this feel like a more like epic battle. They've destroyed Solo's underground fortifications. Ah, so that fort was Solo's fort. Could Solo's power be weakening? And he's like, I'm right fucking here. What? You doubt my power? Why not try me yourself? He can teleport though, so like the fighter is not going to be beating the wizard anytime soon. Oh, apparently she reflected his attack back with her axe. Meanwhile, in the middle of this slap fight, stop this pointless bickering. It's not my fault. Solo's a coward. That's enough, Barbara. This is the... I can't remember if his name's actually Hild or not, but this is the guy I'm pretty sure has been the one helping us. Like, letting down the rope to get us out of the caves and stuff. He's the double crosser. He's more mysterious than the others because he has a helmet on. He's the only one. Solo has years of experience which will still serve me. Why you? Solo's not exactly pleased. By the way, what were the results of the revival experiment you tried on King Emil? So I guess that guy we saw get killed at the beginning was in fact King Emil. I still want to know what the hell he's the king of, because he's not the king of Cyprus. Was that just a random other place we went to that wasn't otherwise relevant to the story? Haha. It was a big success, but something else is bothering me. What is it? There's a traitor within the Ion ranks. Do you know who it is? I gotta say, Hild or whatever his name is, has a hell of a poker face because the traitor is him. So he's just very chill and being like, oh, do you know who it is? Like I mean, I guess that's why he was a successful double crosser, but it's like, dang, dude, you you can keep calm in a dangerous situation. I believe it's... You're missing an apostrophe there, Warderer. Over there. It's the Cyprus army. Indeed it is. Well, part of it anyway. Only showing a small amount of it in this cutscene. Solo, are we prepared to entertain our guests? Haha. Relax. Everything is ready. Then we'll leave this to you. Everyone else, follow me to the shrine. Look over there. Way in the back, that must be King Iom. Is it? I think that's Warderer. I didn't. Is Iom a country? I thought Iom was the name of the monster thing we have to fight. But King Iom makes it seem like this is a country that Warderer is the king of, which it's sort of unclear. Quick, off to them. Haha, I will not allow you to go any further. With help from the death balloon, I'll blow you to pieces. And yet Mayfair will still be left wondering who or what Balon is because he doesn't call them that. Okay, let's check out the map and then we'll wrap. Oh, that rhymed. So as you can see, this is a truly enormous indoor map. It does feel suitably epic for the end of Chapter 3, right? We are going to meet a secret character on this map, so that will be fun. We have some new enemies, the Cerberus. We've seen them in other Shining Force games. They breathe fire. There are a ton of chests also, and some very nice loot, so we're going to want to be collecting all of that. Hawkman is still here. Ghoul is now a regular enemy. Still got the Deadly Born. Sorcerers, obviously. Bow Rider's still around. And, you mean, so the enemies feel slightly sparse considering how huge the map is. The death balloons are invisible to start. So there's more stuff on this map than you can see right now. Another cleric to heal up the boss, various stuff around him, and here is Solo, our enemy wizard. He has tons of MP as you can see, and he has Bolt too, so he is actually... And he can heal himself if he wants. He's actually a quite dangerous opponent. Because Bolt 2 is... The Bolt spells are the only ones that retain the 3x3 range. Unlike the higher level Blaze and Freeze, which are just a plus sign now. And that means that basically he can kill like a huge amount of our characters at once. And it does a decent amount of damage too. It's not like... It's not as bad as Freeze 3 in the Game Gear version, which just like wrecked your whole party, but it can deal a lot of damage at once, and he can use it repeatedly. And obviously we have to sort of turn ourselves into a useful target in order to be able to attack him. So fighting him, you know, as usual with wizards, we have to kind of race against the clock. But yeah, there's a ton of treasure to get. This will be probably a long battle. But a good wrap-up Chapter 3. So thank you for watching, hypothetical viewers. I hope you enjoyed our conquest of Algam Field, and tune into the next episode of Shining Force Sword of Hajya for us to finally confront Solo and his death balloons. So look forward to that.